I already see that this is just going to be a woman shrieking at the top of her lungs about something that she's emotionally attached to. Here we go. Here we go. If I was in the room right now, I'd just be like, just start twitching. One of those mornings where you woke up way too early, but you can't go back to sleep for no discernible reason at all. There's no good reason for it whatsoever. Just none. So that happened to me a couple nights ago. So I was like, well, I can't go back to sleep. I think I'll go ahead and make myself a nice cup of coffee and then see what's going on over on X. So as I'm sipping my coffee, I fire off like 12 tweets, right? Just pure unadulterated shit posting, okay? 100%, 1,000% shit posting, okay? Just like nonsensical, over-the-top shit posting. No possible way you could get it twisted unless you were a complete fucking idiot type of shit posting. Well, one of those, for no particularly good reason at all, went viral. And women have collectively lost their fucking minds about one of these tweets. Now, let me read for you what the tweet was. Okay? I will also show it to you. If you want to survive any apocalyptic situation, your biggest advantage would be to exclude all females from your group or survival cell. Modern women would be completely dependent and, for the most practical applications, totally useless. Okay, so you can see people are going fucking berserko over this tweet. Okay, go fucking berserk over this fucking tweet, right? Now, wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? What did they do, right? The women came up pouring in. They came up pouring in. They had to let me know what was what. You know, they had to tell me what was what. Here's what they came pouring in to make sure their voices were known. So they were suddenly bunker survivors. Okay, every woman on X. I did not know this, but had been secretly preparing for many years in order to deal with the coming fictitious apocalypse that I completely fabricated for no particularly good reason other than I just felt like shit posting. Okay? That's it. I just felt like doing a little shit posting. Little did I know the secret American female plan to hoard guns, weapons, ammo of all types, and food supplies so that they were ready for the coming fictitious apocalypse, which I thought was only a product of my mind. I did. I thought it was only a product of my mind and completely fictitious because I completely made it up for no particularly good reason other than I was just thought it was funny. Well, they did not think that this was funny. Okay. King Omega Simp 5 Corinth from our own Discord server somehow fell for this. The very first comment from Corinth, this is wrong. It's just most people are completely dependent and useless in survival situations. Of the people that are, I bet it's around 40% women. What? Our own in-house ultra mega simp 5,000 Corinth. Couldn't help himself. Andrew, this is not correct. Andrew, listen. Okay? Listen, Andrew. Okay? This is not correct. All right? All right, Andrew, it's not right. Okay? Most people wouldn't be able to survive the apocalypse. Okay, Corinth. Okay, fair enough. So of course I respond. The only way a man could respond with pure cope, right? That's pure unadulterated cope, Corinth. Okay. Well, little did I know that the tweet at the time, which I thought was just, me being just fucking shit posting on the fucking internet for clearly shit posting would take off like it has and spark so much controversy. Let us go through all of the controversy that this fucking tweet has sparked off. Okay? And we'll just go from today. Okay? We'll just go from today. We'll start with this one. This one's pretty good. The woman says, modern women can all survive without men. That's the point. And of course I say, ha, 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 ha. And then I take a breath and continue my hysterical laughter. I couldn't believe it. Okay? I just can't believe anybody is taking any of this seriously, right? But since they're going to, I might as well have some fun with their stupid asses, right? So the next one comes in. So this person says that I abuse my wife. You can tell that Andrew is a wife abuser because he said that he wouldn't even take care of his own wife during the apocalypse. That's what he said. Not kidding. That's what he said. So, of course, I fire back with, Andrew, you abuse your wife and you won't let women into your fictional hypothetical troll and survival group. You are a monster. If you want a successful club, just say no girls allowed, and the feminists will make it go viral, which they do all the time, right? They do it all the time. These are some of these are just insane. Okay, this one, really funny. This chick says, report this. How is CPS not involved in this redneck's family? What? What the fuck? How CPS? They want to call CPS. These feminists want to call CPS because I said that in the apocalypse I would do a boys club, right? In the apocalypse, women are a liability. We got to get CPS involved immediately. So, of course, I respond with, hello, CPS? Yes. I'd like to report a man who said during a fictitious apocalypse he would join a roving war band. Lady, this is for serious calls. This is serious. He said it on X. It's super serious. Why won't you listen? He's a villain. He's a monster. Oh, no. No. Just like, what the fuck is this fucking people? Now, I know what you're thinking, all of you out there. All right? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what the fuck? What are you fucking serious? Well, okay, so here's the thing. I just need you to understand a couple of key points. Key point number one, you're not a lunatic. Okay? You're not a lunatic. And since you're not a lunatic, this is going to seem like it's insane to you, because it is, because you're not a fucking lunatic, okay? So it's going to seem a little insane. Okay, here's our next one. This lady says, can we get a welfare check on his wife and daughters, please? Okay. Can we get a welfare check on his wife and daughters? What? Stolen from chat, but Rachel has bruises on her sides from laughing too hard. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. Trump level tweet outrage. This is fucking wild. Okay, can we get a welfare check on his wife and children? I like. They are I had to lean into it, right? They are currently singing the song of the damned while clutching their teddy bears, minds totally broken. The torture of bacon cookies and having everything they want has finally destroyed their very will to carry on. In the background, I cackle with glee with Mr. Burns' hands, right? At this point, they're just fucking seething with rage, okay? They're just seething with fucking rage from this fucking stupid tweet, dude. It's just wild. Okay, wild. Totally. Andrew derangement syndrome. Just like losing, yeah, it's a terrible life, okay? They're singing the song of the damned. They're like, we bake cookies. Our life is terrible. We get whatever we want. My life is awful. Oh, it's so terrible. Dad buys us whatever we want. Life is awful. Right? They're singing the chorus of the damned in the background. Right? Singing the chorus of the damned. So, okay. Here's next Ultra Simp 9000, right? So here's what Ultra Simp 9000 says. He says, is he married? Odd way to find out you'd quickly be traded for gasoline or wool as a trad wife. And I said, wait, I could get gasoline for her? Like, how much we talking here? Gasoline's pretty expensive. It's just like, just these people, dude. I couldn't help myself, okay? I couldn't help myself. Gas is expensive. It's very expensive, okay? Realistic Heart says, support your local monster. Please do. Very kind of you to support your local fucking monster. Fuck the haters, Andrew. Are you kidding? This is great, okay? This is some of the funnest shit that I've done in the last 3 days, right? Is just reading this thread will make your blood boil, while at the same time you will just stop with bouts of insane laughter. Okay? So next feminist comes in, right? She says, I know quite a few country gals that would probably survive better than this guy by themselves. And I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. Shut up. You don't fucking know. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nah. I don't believe you. No, you don't. You don't know any. It's like all kinds of mad, these fucking people, dude. All kinds of fucking mad. So now Ultra Simp 10,000 comes in. Is he worse? Is he worse than Ultra Simp 9,000? Well, you tell me. You tell me. He says, I'd rather die than be in a group with nothing but a bunch of dudes, right? That's what he says. He says, I'd rather die than be in a group with a bunch of dudes. So I fire back and say, well, you probably will. I said, then you probably would. This is too much fun, dude. It's too much fun. Okay. We have to move into the next super ultra fucking crazy insane Lunasimp, okay? The Lunasimps are everywhere. Next person says, dude, admit you're a low-life sexist piece of shit. Without the fucking word salad. So far in this thread, you've advocated abandoning women and children, advocated the kidnap, and, assault of women. I said, this is wild. This perhaps may be the day in my life where I laughed the most. Okay. Too easy. Yeah, it's so much fun, dude. These fucking people. Just, I mean, they're just going fucking crazy. Okay. Now this one's fucking unbelievable. Okay, the next one's unbelievable. You can't make this up. Okay. Says quite literally every leftist woman in my friend group and their daughters are all extensively trained in firearms like the rest of us. Meanwhile, you're a keyboard warrior. And I said they can't even load their old magazines. Stop bullshitting. Right? Stop bullshitting me. Oh, I have secret assassin leftist women who are highly trained in the art of war. The leftist women, are all trained in the art of combat, firearm combat specifically. They carry big guns. They're tough, they wear black leather. Their 45s have no recoil whatsoever. Sir, 911 needs access to your hypothetical situation. Oh, so much fun, dude. So much fun. The trained leftist females, right? Quite literally, every leftist woman in my friend group and their daughters are all extensively trained in firearms. What? Are you fucking what? All of the leftist females in my friend group and their daughters are extensively trained in firearms. Against guns or freedom of speech? Neither. Right? So, I had to add a little fuel to the fire. And so I said, so here's what we know. Feminists really, really, really want to be part of the human resources team of your future apocalypse warband. And Coomers are struck dumb that there could be needs men have which supersede sex with random women. The apocalypse is hilarious. Okay? It's true. So far, the apocalypse is really funny. Now, next femoid comes in. They really can't help themselves, can they? The idea here being that if this is the case, this should apply to all laws. If you make murder legal, then rates of murder go down? Of course not. Necessarily, the entailment of making anything a criminal activity is that the likelihood that it reduces said activity is very high. Now, perhaps not in all cases is this true. But I would say in almost every case I'm aware of, it's true. Necessarily, criminalizing something reduces the rates that people do it. Why wouldn't that be the case, right? Nobody wants the consequence of prison for doing an activity that they know is illegal to do. Never saw a whale sprint on... Oh, geez, dude. I don't even think in the case of alcohol. I think that even in the case of alcohol, when alcohol and prohibition was passed, it did reduce the amount of people having drinks. I think 100% it reduced the amount of people having drinks. Now, people didn't like it, but it definitely reduced the amount of people who were drinking. That's right. It's the case. For reasons I don't actually understand. This is not a problem that progressive men have, but it is a problem that I hear out of progressive women often. They seem to think that education, for some reason, education makes all the problems go away. If people were just educated on X issue, this wouldn't be an issue. People were just educated on finance, for instance, they wouldn't be poor. If they were just educated on how to manage their work-life balance, they'd be able to manage it. If they were just educated in how to drive better, they would drive better. If they were just educated on the dangers of alcohol, cigarette smoking, blah, 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 they wouldn't do it. However, they will still do it. There's an idea here which when it meets reality, does not hold muster. The idea being that just educating the populace in X thing means that the population will stop doing X thing. They don't. They don't stop doing it. I don't know where this idea came from, right? Kind of a stupid idea. So to untangle the two concepts, concept one is that if you make a thing illegal, people will still do it at the same rates, right? That's insane. Makes no sense. The second is that if you just educate the population, right, then somehow they'll stop doing X satisfying activity that they like doing, which is also fucking silly. I don't really understand the entailment of either of these arguments because they don't go anywhere. Neither one goes anywhere. Yeah, this is a fallacy of presentism. So when you're utilizing presentism, you have to be very careful, right? And that's the fallacy that Parker is kind of engaging in at the moment, right? It's like, so his idea here is for Charlie, right? And this could be a very stumping argument, and it does seem like Chuck over here is having a bit of problem with it. So the idea is, right now you claim that women are deceived into this thing. And since they are deceived into it, you would not like retroactively prosecute them for murder or something like this, right? But in modernity, right, the P word, as it were, is considered abhorrent, right? And because it's considered abhorrent, if you had a time machine, would you retroactively go back and apply the same standard of justice to them that you would advocate for right now? So the idea here from Parker is he's trying to catch him in a consistency trap where he says, no, I wouldn't, because, whatever X reason is that Chuck comes up with. But Chuck doesn't really need to respond here with anything except this is a fallacious argument, and it's even so you don't have to answer to fallacious hypotheticals either. And this is a hypothetical from presentism, and presentism is a fallacy. Vortome for $10 says education is not the same thing as discipline. Discipline is what is necessary for people to make positive changes in their life, and discipline is downstream of virtue and morality. So something you always keep an eye out on is that the truth is that most hypotheticals people come up with are fallacious hypotheticals. They have a fallacy built right into the hypothetical. That's why they're so good to trap people with. I always try to keep any hypotheticals I have at least somewhat mapped onto what is logically possible. Brian's rubbing off on you. Got to get the speck off the mic. You going to break out the lint roller next? No, there's a speck on the mic right now. Right. Let's see. Hang on. Right there. You see it? Now you're going to focus on it forever, and I'm not going to give a shit about it. But you are. You're going to focus on it now. I did that to you because I'm a jerk. Parker is the Vyvanse goblin. Haram. It's fallacious because he's engaging in a fallacy called presentism. That's the idea.
Okay. Regardless, at that time it wasn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Here, I'll read off to you the actual fallacy so that you know it. The presentism fallacy is the tendency to interpret history from the perspective of present day rather than considering the historical events of their own time. So, for instance, there could be great reasons for why this thing happened. Maybe it was life expectancy or various other things. Perhaps it was due to politics of the time, things like that. And there could be tons of other variables, right? So, but he wants Charlie to take the viewpoint of modernity and then retroactively apply it for consistency. That would be fallacious argumentation. Yeah, I am. Damn you, Andrew. Yeah, good. I want you to focus on it.
Would not go
Extremely vague and throughout society has been.
No, that's not the case. So that's more Islamic, right? It's more of an Islam argument.
Seem to be met at puberty.
So when do brainwaves?
Well, that would be the end of Parker. The second, like Parker there completely would have gotten completely annihilated the second he said he cares about sentience. All you ever have to do to defeat that argument is use the vegan argument of name the trait. That's it. Use NTT, the vegan argument developed by Ask Yourself. The idea behind that vegan argument is just this. If animals are okay to eat, but human beings are not okay to eat, can you name the trait which gives the animal less value than the actual human? Almost no answer you can give, right, if you're trying to name a specific trait, cannot be applied then to the human. You could say, well, I only value things that don't have tails. Okay, well, a human could be born with a tail. Would you eat him? Well, no. Okay, well, then that's not what you value, right? Well, I only value logic and reason. Well, there's potentially animals which have logic and reason. Perhaps all animals, for all we know, right? So you can just utilize NTT the exact same way here for sentience, right? You just, what does that mean? What is the trait of sentience and how is it applied? Oftentimes, this is the same argument that meat eaters will use, right? That we have some kind of, humans have like a higher cognition. But if this is the case, what about human beings who are in comas and things like this? Are they even sentient? Is a human being in a coma even sentient? I have no idea. I have no idea if a human being in a coma is even sentient. So then they'll switch it and say, well, it's the potentiality for sentience. And it's like, well, then a fetus has that. So you can use the same exact NTT here, that it just kind of a modified version. By the way, that's why the philosopher Ask Yourself, who invented that argument, is pro-life. The reason he's pro-life is because via an internal critique, he had to apply that same standard to fetuses and ended up with the same exact conclusion that I did. It would not be possible for you to come up with a trait which would be valued over that which you're pointing at as the trait you don't value.
Wave start.
Do you think brain dead people should be able to pull the plug on, like a family should be able to pull the plug on an individual?
Hold on,
family that's brain dead?
You got to answer the question. When do brainwaves start?
You can.
What do you mean use a better argument? There's no better argument if the person says they value sentience, except to ask them what sentience is and when sentience actually begins and how they can demonstrate that that is true or that even a thing is sentient. We don't actually know what that even means. We don't even know what it means. Trent Horn also destroyed the sentience argument against Destiny, forced Destiny to admit that if a human never achieved sentience, it could be kept alive to grow and used as a sex doll for organ harvesting. Of course, they have no claim against it, right? Am I a vegan? No, absolutely not. But I don't give moral consideration to animals either. I don't care about animals. I don't give a flying fuck about animals. They, like, 0%. 0% do I give a fuck about animals. I have zero moral consideration for them at all. None. So I don't have to name a trait, right? No trait to name. If you're not a human being, I have no set value for your life. That's it. What about animal cruelty? Yeah, I don't care about any of that. I don't care. You're Orthodox, you're supposed to be a part-time vegan? Well, no, you're wrong. So first of all, when it comes to fasting, there's many Orthodox people who fast and never give up meat at all, depending on their dietary conditions. All sorts of people have medical conditions where they fast and give up other things that they have a much harder time with than giving up meat. The whole point, by the way, just so you know, in Orthodoxy of fasting has nothing at all to do with the lack of you eating meat. That's not the point. The point is that you're giving up something which you really, really, really like in order to not focus on that thing to strengthen the connection with God. Meat itself is just a common one that people give up, but it's completely and totally unnecessary. Totally fucking unnecessary. And always. Completely unnecessary. I dislike the name the trait argument because it ignores the concept of in principle. A particular circumstance doesn't change something in principle to its main definition. Yeah, perhaps not. I'm just saying that this would have worked fine to kind of destroy Parker's argument here. That's it.
You can see brainwaves around 2.
Let's find out. Red herring fallacy is a logical fallacy that occurs when someone introduces irrelevant information to distract from the main topic of conversation. Okay. And what did Charlie Kirk here say? Okay, so he asked, what's a red herring? And a red herring, again, is a logical fallacy which occurs when someone introduces irrelevant information to distract from the main topic of conversation. Let's see how Kirk explains it.
A red herring, what I'm saying, but not actually I'm saying.
You mean
yeah. I would say that Kirk basically nailed that. Now let's look at a reductio ad absurdum, which is what Parker here says it is. Method of argument that attempts to disprove a claim by showing that it leads to logical absurdities. Okay. Well, I would say that even though Kirk's definition of a red herring perhaps was not perfect, it was way closer than Parker's idea that it's a reductio ad absurdum.
So reductio ad absurdum?
A reductio ad absurdum? Yeah, that wouldn't fill the criteria of a reductio ad absurdum, stupid ass Parker. Sorry. Would not fulfill the criteria. Definitely, when he said red herring, he knew exactly what he meant. He said it in the proper context. But Parker here is trying to get a debate on by being a kind of pedantic little prick, right? But it kind of backfired in his face.
That's not a red herring.
Okay, well, Parker did just put Kirk in a very bad situation here. He put him in a bad situation here. So he set the trap and the snare, and Kirk's foot fell into the trap and the snare. So the trap was just simply, the idea is, these people who did this thing in the past were bad. Kirk agrees, yep, that was bad. Then Kirk even qualifies it further by saying, and if he was alive at the time, he would have put them up against the wall himself, right? Okay, but then this now delivers an inconsistency to Kirk's argument. Because Kirk says he would not retroactively go back in time in order to prosecute women who would have an abortion because they were tricked into it, he's also, this standard should apply with people who, married children in the past because they were tricked into it by being told it was okay. So Parker says, okay, now we have a moral consistency issue here. When Kirk could have just sidestepped the entire thing by saying that it was fallacious argumentation to begin with, and it's built around a false premise. An acceptable answer also from Kirk could just be, I don't know. You could just say, I don't know. I have no idea what I would do in that time and in that place with the information I would have at the time or in the place. It would actually be impossible for me to postulate. I have no idea. That would have been acceptable too. All of those would have avoided this trap, and there really wouldn't have been anywhere for Parker to press on, right? There really wouldn't have been anywhere for Parker to press. This guy's giving off major Destiny vibes. Sheesh. Have a good trip to Cali. Will do. Will do. Answer: I agree that it's impossible to really give a good answer to it. Unfortunately for Chuck did give an answer. So Chuck being good faith was used against him here.
I can evaluate things differently. I can like milk one day and I can not like milk another day.
It's not liking milk more.
Rabbit donated $100. Apart from sex happening with only one person, it does not change the fact that you had sex 50 times. And yet, women feel the need to lie about it. And men too expect you to lie to them.
Brian, I don't know. I don't know. I'm morally fluid now, so what do I know?
Thank you, Tamara. I don't want a woman to lie to me. I want to take the red pill. Like, tell me you have a body count of 100 so that I don't date you.
Oh, you're talking about the chat.
Yeah, no.
This is something that you ask, like, actually, like, why do you care?
It's like the first question I asked.
But why? Like,
wait, why do I care?
I've never had a guy ask me.
Here, we're going to move it on.
Had a guy ask me my body
So what's your question?
Like, why would you care? Like,
Why would I care?
Yeah, it's the past, whatever. Like,
Would you,
I feel
okay,
like
I'll ask you a question. Would you date a man who previously slept with men?
No, but...
Wait,
No.
hold on. Well, I got to use your logic here. It's the past, right?
No, okay, but I'm talking about, like, the body count. Like, I'm not talking about your sexuality. Like, if you're...
Yeah, let's say he's bisexual.
Yeah, I would not date a bisexual for, like...
But what if...
Bi.
Yeah, but he stopped being bi.
But you can't stop being bi.
Hillary Epstein
You can't
donated
stop being bi.
$100.
So you can't...
Desiree, how can you
can't
justify
stop
your
being
promiscuity when the 3 men that are on your postings all have wedding rings?
Yikes.
Enabling immorality, Earl. No clue how
Earl.
you can justify being
Earl.
a harlot.
That's not true.
Earl?
The only
Hillary,
married
thank you.
guy I
Thank
have
you,
on there was the guy
appreciate
that
it.
I was like in an open relationship with.
Thank you,
Other
appreciate
than that,
it.
it's just other. Well, actually, I did make content with a married couple, so they would have rings, but it was like a
That's
menage
great.
a trois.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Hillary.
One thing before we keep going. I have to go. My kids are waiting downstairs. I can leave
Okay.
my notes.
Sure,
if
that's
that-
fine. Yeah.
Wait. I know you might think that it's immoral to leave your kids downstairs, but you should just be morally fluid.
Obviously. My bad. I should, clearly.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you for coming.
Because-
Appreciate
Nice
it.
to meet you,
Because-
by the way.
because
Have a nice night.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you. Because obviously I'm the arbiter of all things moral.
Yeah.
Oh, wake me up with that one.
Here you go.
You can
were-
just leave it there. That's fine.
Have a
Yeah,
good
thank
night,
you for
everyone.
coming.
Nice to
Have a good
meet
night.
you.
Night.
Thank you for coming. So going back to your thing, what was it?
like,
Why would you care? It's the past.
Like, why would you care? Like, what does it add to your
So
thinking, like, about a person?
when it comes to body count,
Yeah, like, you ask it, and what, like, she said, I don't know, 30, or she said 50, or she said 5. Like, what
I
does-
would be
what
more.
does it
Yeah,
add
it's
to
pretty
you?
simple. It's pretty simple. I would be more attracted to her if it was lower, and
But
I'd
why?
be less attracted to her if it was higher.
Why? It's like, it's
Let me ask you a
so-
question.
It's so, like, for me, like, you go through a lot of phases in your life, I think.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So, like, there's a phase where you're, like, more going around, looking up, or whatever, or
Yeah.
there's a phase where you don't want to do it. Like, it's just normal. So,
Human development, kind of.
Wait, hold on.
I mean,
no,
I
no,
don't care,
But
like, you
so, oh, go ahead.
no,
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. Like, I feel like it doesn't add anything to the relation. So,
What do you mean it doesn't add anything to the
like,
relationship?
if I meet you and I know that thing, it doesn't add anything. Like, it doesn't add something.
It doesn't
like, to
change
the-
anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, or even like,
So
I
are
don't
you?
want to
Are
know.
you?
I
So,
don't want to know. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's your thing.
Sure.
I mean,
Well, are you saying that you are who you are, and like if you meet this individual, whether they have a body count of 5 or of 50, it doesn't actually. I mean, they are who they are. It's not going to change who they are as
yeah,
a person.
like, it's not an important thing. I don't
for you.
feel, yeah. For
Well,
me,
you don't care.
for me.
So just to be clear, well,
Yeah,
I'll
that's for me.
explore that, and we'll have the back and forth. But so if a guy told you that he had slept with, well, let's get a split going on this, if we can. Sorry, guys, one sec. So if a guy told you that he had slept with 1,000 women before you, not a problem for you?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I mean 1,000. I mean you're extreming. Like, you're putting in the.
Sure, I am.
Too much.
But you agree that there is a point.
I'm talking about
you're
the
agreeing.
normal. Like.
Oh, so normal.
No, like 1,000. It's. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not talking about the extreme numbers. I'm talking about.
But if it
like
doesn't matter at all, then wouldn't it also not matter if it's 100? Is
No,
100
I
extreme?
don't- 100
But is
is
100
fine.
extreme?
No. It would have, like, I don't
Okay,
care.
so
I
you're
don't wanna
fine-
know. I
you're
don't want to know at all. Like,
Why
can be
why
whatever.
don't you want to know?
Because I
Would it
think
bother-
it's
would it
private.
bother you?
No, because I think it's like a private thing. It's your thing. It doesn't like. It's not conversation, like an important conversation. It's not something add me something.
Well, you don't care about it.
Yeah, me. I'm talking about.
But you do kind of care about it because when I give you the extreme example, you do kind of care about it.
No,
So 1,000 body count for the guy, don't care?
no, I don't care.
You wouldn't care.
No.
So here, let me frame the question differently. You find out the guy you're interested in has slept with 3 other women that week. Is that a problem?
Yeah, maybe.
But it,
So like no, it depends. Like it depends.
It depends.
Of what I want. Like,
What do you
if I
want?
want to stay with him, or if I want to just hook up with him. So like.
well,
If I'm using
honestly,
him, if I use
both
him,
of
I don't
these.
even.
I mean, even if you, I feel like in both, even if you just wanted to fuck once, or if you wanted a relationship,
Yeah, but you
both
never
of these
know.
are kind of terrible
Yeah,
because
but
this
you
man.
never know. Like if you hook up with someone, you don't know what he's.
They might
like,
lie.
he's like.
They
They
might
might
lie.
lie. They might.
But
don't
they could
say,
also
like,
tell you the
You don't
truth.
talk about that.
But they could also tell you the truth,
Yeah.
which is what you would hope for, right?
Yeah.
Right. But so let's assume, ignoring this component of, well, they could lie, let's assume that you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume that they're forthcoming and they tell you the truth. Would you feel comfortable sleeping with a man
No.
if he fucked a girl an hour before
No.
you? Why not? Is it gross?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how men feel, that gross feeling, that's how men feel in general about women's promiscuity.
But so
Because-
but if you do it because I with my ex-boyfriend we talk about that and
But
his
why-
number was lower
But-
than mine and he got like all the relationship was about that thing like oh no you slept with that you had
So
this
it
body
matters
count.
it mattered to
And-
him.
yeah
Yeah.
and it was like that's just like a ego thing because my number was higher than yours and like so basic like so how do you say like masculine thing like
Oh, it was like an
masculine
ego. He was
ego thing like,
machismo type thing.
machismo.
He couldn't handle it.
So
It's not about he couldn't
yeah because
handle
like
it.
She was just saying for
if
him.
you stay with someone like with a girl that
Hail and well met. Lol Paladins donated $100.02.
That is
Brian,
true.
you are forgetting that a man who has slept with 3 other women
It
this
is
same
different.
week makes him more desirable to women. Go back to the bi analogy because that gives her the ick.
That is a fair
Why?
point
No,
because there is a differential here between men and women. So, like, a man who's capable of sleeping with a lot of women, even if you as a woman have like an aversity to promiscuity in men, like you will at least acknowledge that men who are capable of sleeping with a lot of women, they typically are going to be more attractive.
nah I disagree in total but yeah
Whereas
whatever.
women, that doesn't make you more attractive, your ability to like sleep with a lot of dudes.
I don't think so.
Wait,
I mean,
you
I
you don't think so as
because-
in you agree or you disagree?
No, I disagree. Like it's the same. It's totally the same.
Wait, so do you think that it's just as easy for men and women to get sex?
No, it's so much easier for a woman
For women to get
Yeah.
sex? Right. So then it's more impressive.
because they
for men.
decide.
Yeah,
like,
women
at
are the
end.
deciders. Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the
Not
time, yeah.
always, but like.
Yeah.
But I
And
don't
so-
think that you get some points because you hook up with.
Well,
three,
the
like-
difference is like, for example, so let's say if guys were looking at an attractive girl,
Hmm.
but they knew that she had just slept with like 3 men, like most men are going to be
Yeah, me
really
too.
turned off
no,
by
but,
that.
But me too.
Sure, but there's a bit of a difference here. So
Why?
I think women care far less than men do when it comes to body count. And you said you don't care, but you dated a guy who did care.
But I don't
But
think
so
that's,
why?
But
But you
I
said.
don't think
But
that's,
your original.
that's good. Like,
but
I don't think that's normal.
but
Like, it
you're-
should not be like this.
what should not be like this?
It should not be that.
You should not
that
care?
Girls, no, it should be like something that it's not on like different levels when you talk when you say.
Oh, I
like,
mean, I'm
men
not saying that male promiscuity is good. I'm just saying it's different. Like, women don't seem to care that much about it. Some do.
So I
but-
care.
Yeah,
but-
some do, and I
Sorry,
met.
you don't care?
I care.
You care. Okay.
I think it depends because I met guys that doesn't care, that don't care.
Yeah, some guys don't care.
So-
I've
They
literally
probably-
never been asked.
Truthfully,
I've never
though, I
been
mean,
asked me.
if a guy does care and he's asking you about it,
It's for the ego.
no, well,
Yeah,
I mean, the
totally,
point,
totally
hold on,
for
just
me.
let me finish. So
Sorry.
the point I was trying to make here is that if a guy does ask you this question, it's actually kind of a green flag because he's vetting you for long-term commitment. So if a guy just wants to fuck you, most guys won't care.
No,
They'll just
I've
like,
been in a
whatever.
relationship without this question.
Yeah.
put in.
Okay,
I've never
sure,
found it to
but
matter
that's-
to relationship.
That's not
or
what I'm
just
arguing. So
casual.
I do, shit, I lost it. You said, getting back to your original point though, you said the past doesn't matter. So I do want to kind of get back to this. Like, why would you not date a guy who experimented with men? Let's say
No,
he's.
I'm talking. No, you're misunderstanding. Like,
No, but you
I'm
said the
talking
past
about,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, the past doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm testing your logic.
Talking about how many girls you hook up with, not talking about everything. Because if it's everything, the past doesn't matter. You can murder someone. No, it doesn't matter. Obviously, it does.
But I'm
doesn't matter.
trying to give you, so the reason I'm bringing up the like bisexual example is the way you might feel about like a guy who previously slept with men and like how it makes you feel. That's the way men feel when it comes to female
I don't think
promiscuity.
that represents every man though, because there's plenty of men
Yes,
that
I
don't
know,
that's
I know.
think
obviously.
that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of guys. I'm talking in general.
Well, anyway,
I honestly don't think in general guys care. I really don't. I think you have like a niched opinion and you have followers that follow your opinion, but there's a whole
No,
other
I'm
world out
prepared to
there.
say the majority of men care. There's
not been
enough
my
men.
experience.
There's enough men who don't care
I think that-
because they're desperate for pussy.
No, I think
That-
it's the contrary. Like the people with a little bit of insecurities, they ask you how many guys, blah 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 blah.
Why is it insecure?
It's insecure because it's like, oh no, man, I'm going with a slut, I'm going with that, blah blah blah. If you like someone, like
Yeah, if you like somebody, you should.
if you're mature enough,
if
like
you're
to know that you had a life before with some.
Do you think
guys.
if you had a man, you'd want him to be a mature man, right?
Yeah,
Do you think that mature people set boundaries?
yeah.
And so do you think responsible people set boundaries?
Yeah.
So if a responsible and mature man sets a boundary, and the boundary is he doesn't want a woman who has more than X amount of sex partners, how could he be insecure?
It's totally up of him.
Well,
like,
how could that be insecurity if that's what your expectation is that he has boundaries?
no, What
Such
can you,
a couple decades ago perspective, to be honest.
yeah, I think
I mean, I
that too.
think
I
to
saw
me,
that
I've had men ask me more like how many dads of my kids I have and things like that. To me, the modern man cares more about like what baggage do you have in your life that's going to affect me.
And the
So-
more men you've slept with, the more baggage
well,
you
not
tend to have.
necessarily because
Yes.
I mean, you don't necessarily
living doesn't
take
matter.
baggage with you from every experience. You
Yeah.
have a lot of experiences are very positive. It was fun. It was
Desiree,
what it
how
was.
could it be insecure though to set boundaries?
I
No,
never
it's
said
not
that.
bad.
I wasn't
That's not
saying that
bad.
at
That's,
all.
like,
I was
totally
simply
a
making the
question
point that not every man
Well, then,
cares.
how would that be insecure? I don't understand. You
I
said
don't
it's
think that that's
insecure
a
for a
boundary.
man.
Like, if you don't want to like stay with someone, I mean,
It's a standard.
I think
I
if
don't feel like it's a standard.
Yeah, but how
Whoa,
could
wait,
it
hold
be?
on.
Ancient
Like that's
standard.
what I think. Like I don't
How is
think,
it not a standard? Here's my standard. I don't want to date a woman who's promiscuous or who has a promiscuous past.
Why promiscuous? Like,
wait,
I don't
okay.
know. So
what is promiscuous?
Isn't there grace
Promiscuous,
for, like,
sleeps with a lot of people.
Isn't
if
there
she has a high
grace
body
for
count.
how she was maybe
what's-
raised in a
Nope.
different culture than you?
maybe-
How would she know not to sleep with
I
people?
don't need to give anybody grace. Women reject men all the time for a wide variety
but
of
I'm
reasons.
just saying, not every man is like
Y'all-
you. A
you
lot
don't
of
wanna-
men
you- no,
take
no, no,
the
stop,
context of a woman's
stop.
life into
You don't want to
consideration.
date a guy because of his height, because of his money, because of X, Y, Z. But all of a sudden, when men say, "I don't want to date a woman because of this,"
That's fair.
I'm
all
not
of a
personally
sudden,
like that, but
all of
there
a sudden,
are some people
oh,
like
it's
that.
insecure, it's
Can I ask you
insecure,
something?
it's controlling, it's blah blah blah.
How high is
Yeah,
the body count? Like, what's not like?
I don't know. Tell me yours.
Like, tell me.
Tell
like,
me yours.
For you,
No,
what's
tell
too
me
much?
yours.
No,
Tell me
no,
yours.
Tell you mine.
Tell me yours.
No.
Well,
gonna
wait.
say
Are
that,
you
but tell me,
insecure?
like,
wait.
what's-
Hang
what's-
on.
no,
Are you?
I'm really
Wait a
interested.
second. Wait a second.
Just respond.
Why
to my
won't you
question.
tell us? Are you insecure?
Are you insecure
No, it's
about
private.
your body count?
It's private. I don't want to say that.
I thought body count doesn't matter though.
Okay, hang on.
It
It sounds
doesn't-
like you're being insecure.
Now, why you're saying? Can you answer me? Like, can you answer
You
me?
can answer
What's
me.
the
Why aren't
question?
you being
What's the
insecure
question?
right now? It sounds like insecurity.
What's too high? Like, it's too high. Like for
Depends
you.
on the age, right? Depends on the age. But look, honestly, once you start getting
So is it like higher
it's
than
not-
yours, or is
over,
it like?
so okay, I would say over 10
Okay.
is getting high. It's
Okay.
not necessarily a deal breaker,
Okay.
but the strong preference for lower. So I would prioritize trying to date a woman with a lower body count.
Okay.
Over 10, not necessarily a deal breaker. Over 20, that's like major red flag territory. I would say over 30, certainly a deal breaker. But I mean, over 20,
Okay.
probably a deal breaker.
Is it based on yours, or is it based on like in general?
What do you
like-
mean?
Like, is it based on your body count, or is it?
No, not at all.
Okay, in general.
Not at all.
Okay.
In
Now we're
fact,
just
I don't
curious.
think, I actually don't think there, if a man has a high body count, I don't think there's actually anything wrong with him wanting a woman with a low body count or even a virgin.
Even if
Women
they have
become
like a
emotion-
big body count.
Even if the guy has a big body count, no problem
Okay.
at all
Can I
with
say
him
something?
realizing.
In like the contrary, I would say like the reverse.
What do you
Like the
mean?
rever- Like,
Yeah, well,
like if
here
I
I
go-
can. Yeah, I can actually explain this concept to you, right? So, do you like men who are taller than you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that men generally like women who are shorter than them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't understand why you accept that double standard.
But like, it's not the same.
Yeah, that's right. It's not the same.
Okay,
So the
you're
question,
saying-
so the question
so you
becomes,
say that a girl doesn't.
yeah, if a man is tall and he prefers a short woman, a woman is short and prefers a tall man, right?
Okay.
Well, I don't understand. They have totally different preferences here, but that's somehow okay. But if a man has a large body count but prefers a woman with a lower body count, why is that suddenly wrong?
No, I didn't say that it's wrong. I didn't say it's wrong. I said that there are people that don't care, people that care, and I don't think it's that important for me. I'm always
Yeah.
talking for me. So like,
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. Yeah, well, I'm just
No,
saying.
keep going,
If
keep
you
going.
if you ask Brian, you seem like you were skeptical. You were like, "Hey, wait a second.
No,
Why is it okay for you? Wait, hang on. Why is it okay for you to have let's say Brian slept with 500 women, right? He
Let's say.
hasn't, but let's just say he
Let's-
had.
Wait, hold on. Amy.
And,
Go
okay,
ahead.
okay,
No, go-
well,
no, go
okay,
ahead.
6,000 women.
Okay,
okay.
thank you.
Let's say he had slept with 6,000 women.
Yeah, thank you.
And he wanted a woman who had slept with no women.
Thank you.
Why is that actually a problem?
no, it's not a problem. But I think it's a little bit like I don't know the word in English. I'm sorry,
hypocrite?
but yeah.
Hypocrite?
Like a
Yeah.
double standard.
Yeah,
How do you say
because
that
like
in Italian?
what,
I think
like you
it's
don't do
hypocritical for you to
something
want to
that you
date a
don't
taller
want.
man.
No, what?
Then it's hypocritical for you to want to date someone taller than you.
No, that's totally different.
Well,
Totally
so
different.
Hey, why is it different?
It's different.
Why is it different?
It's different. come on, you can say it's the same.
It's different.
You
Why?
can say it's the same. Nah, come on.
But so let me ask you this question, right? So, in order for you to want to be with someone, do you need to be exactly the same?
No, but I'm saying that if you sleep with 500 girls or whatever, and you want the one that does, I think it's a little bit too much. Yeah, come on.
No, I think it's totally fine. I think it's totally fine.
It's a little bit like
totally fine. Well, here's why, right?
You and all the Muslims, or what's the guys that? Isn't there like a religion that they have all
the
wives?
When you say like, I treat you well, I want you to treat me well.
Here, let her speak.
So if you want, like, I treat you well in a relationship. So I want you to treat me well too. So like, you know, I don't know, we say this thing like you act like you want to be treated. Do you say like that? I mean, I think in these lines, like in this phrase, so, but then it's up to you. Like you can keep like
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're saying you should treat people how you want to be treated, right?
Yeah.
Kind of the golden rule. Right? The golden rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Would you agree with me that more women will allow themselves to be anally penetrated than men?
What?
What?
The fuck? Out of nowhere, bro.
Grant that that's true?
Yeah. I guess.
Okay.
That's why I stick to
right. So here's the thing.
It's crazy.
Where I'm going with this, what I'm trying to kind of get you to intersect with is, if you were with a man who wanted to do that with you, but did not want you to do that with him, is he being a hypocrite?
But here we're finding like the only thing,
I have some. I got some.
Just answer me.
Yeah.
Is he being a hypocrite?
You're right on this. You're right. It's fine.
I have some.
If someone told me,
wait, no.
But I have the right to say no.
I
have the right to say no too.
Here, I got a couple. I have a couple. So, okay. Do you think, for example, is a woman wrong if she's poor but she's attracted to rich men? Is she wrong?
No, but it should be like the same on the other side.
What do you mean?
Like if a girl that's poor, she's attracted from a rich guy, or a poor guy, it's attracted to like a rich girl, it's the same. Like, no? I don't know, maybe it's
But is it wrong?
No, it's not wrong.
But she does not possess the trait in which she desires in a partner. So she doesn't.
You can, like, I think that you can do whatever you want. Like, you can desire a girl that doesn't hook up with anyone, like a virgin. But
wrong for man with high body count to want a virgin, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like it's not wrong. It's hypocritical.
Hypocritical.
Hypocritical. Okay. Well, you object to it.
It's hypocritical.
But so to have the back and forth. Okay, then it's hypocritical for a poor woman to be attracted.
Not to be, to want, like,
to want.
A fact, like, to want a rich guy, yes.
So then, but it's not hypocritical for men who have 500 body counts to be attracted to virgin women.
Yeah, it is.
It's hypocritical to be attracted.
No, to be attracted, no.
No,
like,
but to want. Okay, so we'll use the term want.
You are attracted to.
You can't change that, right?
You can.
Okay, but then
you can choose actually.
So do people typically want what they're attracted to?
No, not always.
Not always.
Nah. No, you
okay,
can.
Well, I'll just use. So I'm just going to use.
Maybe just me, but I don't choose who. Like I got like the click. I don't know how to say it. So,
but
like,
you want,
if I fall in love with someone, it's not because he has everything that
I'm not
going
to even use the term attracted then. I'm going to use the term want, right? So, okay, men who have a high body count, they want a woman with a low body count or who are virgin. So, a woman who's poor wants...
But then if you... like,
hold on, just let me finish.
Yeah, sorry.
Who wants a rich man. Is that wrong?
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that
it's hypocritical. Okay, so so then it's hypocritical for women who are poor to want to date rich men. Is it hypocritical?
If she wants to date only this kind of man, yes, I think so.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Well, I feel like Brian didn't reveal his ultimate argument, but I remember all of Brian's arguments, and this one's a good one, so I'm going to use it real quick. And I just want to ask you a question. Would you date a man ever in your life who had been with 2 women at once?
Yeah.
Would you date a man in your life who had been with multiple men?
No.
Well, what kind of fucking hypocrite are you? What kind of fucking hypocrite? You hypocrite! Unbelievable hypocrisy! Wait a second. Wait a second.
But why? I don't want to date with someone that, like,
What does wait. Doesn't hypocrite mean that you hold 2 different standards?
she's
One
not
for you.
bisexual.
Hang on.
You're not
A hypocrite
bisexual,
is you hold a standard for you, right? And or you hold a separate standard for yourself that you hold for other people. So in this particular case, right? If it's a same-sex relationship, why is that okay for you but not for him?
No. It is. No. I thought that you said, like, to date a guy that was with multiple guys.
Yeah, he's with multiple guys.
Yeah, no, but because I'm straight and I want to date someone straight.
But, wait. If he's with multiple women, why is that a problem? Or
No,
not
it's
a
not
problem?
Because
why is it not a
I
problem?
want to date someone straight. Done.
Well, wait. Wait. I don't understand. Would you ever engage in same-sex activity with a guy?
What? Sorry.
What?
Would you ever engage in a threesome with a guy where you were with another chick for a guy?
Yeah.
But you would not accept that from a guy. But wait, you would not accept that from a guy.
$100. If you won't date a girl because she's fat, it's body shaming. Yet women have no problem calling a guy working on fries at McDonald's a loser. Pure feminine chaos.
Thank you.
So what I'm saying is just this. If you would be willing to engage with a woman, you would be, but you're not willing to engage with a man who's been with a man.
Yeah, in a
how are you
threesome,
not? How are you not? Hang on. How are you not a hypocrite? How is that not hypocritical?
Are you talking about like a threesome?
Yeah.
Okay.
Treason?
Do you say that?
Treason?
No.
Yeah, threesome. A threesome.
Oh,
yeah.
treason.
Treason. Well, whatever. Yeah, I would accept it.
Treason.
Him to be with a
treason
with a guy,
we don't
but
do
not
it unless you're
if
Trump.
he's straight.
Wait, not
You
if
know
he's
what
what?
I mean?
So you would be with a man who's fucked other men?
I would.
I think that we're going out of that.
No, we're not going all over the place. You would be with a man who's fucked other men?
No.
No, but you would. But if you fucked other women, would you expect a man to be with you?
No.
No?
No. If it
okay.
depends. It depends on him. Like if he's fine with the thing that.
Have you been with women?
No.
Oh, okay.
If he's fine with the thing that I'm bisexual,
would you ever be with a woman? Hang on. Would you ever be with a woman?
No.
No.
I'm just too straight.
No
Like,
woman
I'm
in
sorry.
the whole world. Like if you could pick any woman.
I'm sorry.
Wait, let's go. We should.
fine
Let's
with
go
all
around the
that,
table. What's everybody's body count, starting with Desiree?
No, it's awesome.
I would say about like 8 to 10 guys.
You're a fucking liar!
My dad.
No fucking way, bro.
My dad raised me to be a prostitute,
Oh,
so I was with a lot of people. I was with about probably 20 people. That wasn't necessarily my choice, but it was like
Your
the
dad.
path.
That was.
Yeah, my dad raised me.
So
to be a sex worker.
your non-accountability body count is 8.
I
And
would
you're
say 8 to 10. 8 to 10 guys. That was like authentically my choice. Yeah. I was married for.
You're a fucking liar! You're a fucking liar!
And then I remember I was that whole stint of religious after my childhood trauma.
Haven't you had sex with like 3 men on your OF?
Yeah, that's 3 men. I was in a long-term relationship with
Bro,
one.
the math is not math in here. Hold on.
Multiply it by 3 and that's the real number.
Why isn't the math working? What do I make
It's
sense?
just like you have.
I was married for
It's like
10 years. I was with the same guy for about 10 years. Before that, I did a long stint of celibacy when I was super religious, and I had kind of a
Super religious.
Well, I lost my
Super
virginity very
religious?
young with my dad's.
Okay.
You know,
Vivian, what
is
about
what
you?
it is.
Wait, don't get it. You got to stay for this segment. Stay for the segment.
I'm not gonna answer.
Stay for the segment.
I'm not
Come
gonna
on.
answer. No.
Come si dice?
Ah, you're good.
Come si dice body count in Italiano? Papa Italiano. Okay, Vivian, body count.
5.
Damn, bro, it was 3 last time.
She
Did you
had
fuckers
growing
had
up.
some
Multiply by 3, and that's
experiences.
the real number.
Vivian.
Power level increasing, Brian. Power level
Let me
increasing.
fucking thing on.
Your aura.
All right, what about you, Jade?
2.
Jade?
What? 2.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
No.
What is this?
What is
Is
these?
this a gaming thing? This is a VR?
Scouter.
Okay, well, let me
told
ask you.
you my
Let me ask you.
lore.
Let
A laser?
me ask you, Jade, a quick
I
follow-up.
gave you my
Quick
lore.
follow-up.
Yeah.
Let us assume for a second that it wasn't just 2, right?
Okay.
If it wasn't, would you tell us?
Yeah.
You wouldn't lie?
No.
No matter what, you wouldn't, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
I
Okay.
gave you my backstory.
I'm not gonna
Bernadette.
say that.
Bernadette.
I don't even know where I am. I arrived here in the United States since 3 days. I don't even know like where is going this, where I'm going like on.
Body count?
Not gonna say that.
How about a range? Will you do a range?
Okay.
More
I
than
say
10? More than 10?
I say yeah, more than 10.
More than 20?
No.
More than 50?
I'm not gonna
More
say
than
anything.
15?
I'm not gonna
Wait,
say
more
anything.
than 15?
I'm not gonna say anything. I already said enough. Morgan, it's your turn.
Hey, Brian, that scanner's going fucking crazy, bro. That scanner's going crazy.
Morgan?
I said it. Oh, is it X-ray vision?
1? Is it 1?
Yeah. Like, I think 14.
14?
2.
What's yours?
Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Brian, you want to make it one more?
My scouter is detecting that some of you are not being forthcoming on the body count question.
Why do you guys always think we're lying?
And this scouter, that shit, like this is
Nobody
some
gives
fucking
a shit.
next
It's 2024.
science technology.
That is Saiyan technology. And they have some of the most brilliant scientists in the world, including Kakarot's father, is what I'm told.
Bardock.
So, yeah.
Bardock. I remember Bardock. He tried to fight Frieza. Didn't go so well. Saved Planet Vegeta. Anyways, look, I'm not going to press it, but I think some of you guys are not being, totally honest. Oh, really quick. So, okay. I'll give you like a list of 10 examples where it's like women want things in men that they don't possess, right? Mm-hmm. They want traditional men, but they're not traditional. They want charismatic men, yet they're not charismatic. They want tall men, but they're not tall. Mm-hmm. They want chivalry, but they're not chivalrous. They want exciting men, but they're not exciting. They want strong men, but they're not strong. Hold on. They want dominant men, but they're not dominant. They want men to take initiative, but they don't take initiative. They want men to chase them, but they don't chase. They want men to ask them on dates and pay for them, but they don't do the same. They want confident men, but they're not confident themselves. Many shy women want men who are not shy. Single mothers who don't want to date single fathers. It seems like women want to ignore. Hold on. It seems like women want to ignore all the double standards and unfairness that benefit them. But when there's a double standard or unfairness that benefits men, really only a very small percentage of men, because most men don't have access to hookup culture. It's just kind of interesting.
What kind of man did you mean?
Oh, funny.
Like,
Women want... Hold on. This is the best one.
No, wait.
Well, come on.
Who are you describing? Who are you describing?
Who am I describing?
Who? I don't know.
Who? What do you
I'm not
mean?
like that.
Do you want a guy who's funny? You want a funny guy?
I'm so funny.
I'd say you are funny.
No,
I think a lot of women...
I want a guy that, like,
you talking
for
to me?
example, something that you're...
You think I'm funny?
No, but like something that you read, like...
What did I read?
I want a guy that take me out. Yeah,
take the initiative.
I am a girl that does all this stuff.
Yeah,
so like, I don't want I don't trying to find.
Shit. Look, okay, well then here, we can make it even more nuanced, right? Do you like men with beards?
No.
Shit.
Okay. Do you like men with long nails?
Bro. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Bro, why?
Do you like men with long nails?
Damn, bro.
Well, like,
throw me under the bus.
No.
Yeah. Do you like men with long nails?
No.
No. Well, but you have long nails.
Oh, come on.
Well, don't
You're
opposite.
putting, you're putting in. You're
I'm just
coming up
saying,
with
like,
something that doesn't.
what I'm saying to you is that the idea here is
I have a beard.
is
No wonder
that
I like
the
beards.
endless amount of double standards goes on and on and on and on. And I think that it's fine. I think
But
that
you
it's
can
fine that
say,
women
you
have.
can say
hang
that
on.
one.
I think it's fine for women to have different standards than men. I think that's totally fine. But when women say there's a double standard and then pretend like there's not two different standards, that's when I have a problem.
No, of course, there are like different things that people like a guy, like a man wants different things from a woman, and
Right.
but
Including body count. Including body count,
yes,
right?
yes, but like I don't think that like I would never pretend something from the other person that I don't do. Talking about
Yeah,
me.
you
Talking
would.
about
Don't you
me.
want?
Not the long
I don't-
nails. Come on, the long nails. It's a
That is
shitty
not.
thing.
Listen,
Stupid.
that is not true. That is not true. Do you wear makeup?
That's just the appearance. I'm
Do
talking
you
about
wear
the way
makeup?
you
Hang
act,
on.
the
Do you
way
wear
you.
makeup?
Yeah.
Do you want a man who wears makeup?
No. So.
Do you,
good.
do you have
made the
long hair?
point.
Do you
No,
want a man
that's
who
not
wants
the
long
point.
hair? You have breasts? Do you want a man who has breasts? Like, it just goes on and on and on and on. So when you say, I don't expect that a man for me would ever have to do a thing that I don't do, that's
Not
just
to do
patently
everything
not
that
true.
I do. I mean, I'm talking about the way like you are in the relationship. I'm not talking about the appearance. I'm not talking about like stupid stuff. I'm not that superficial. Like I'm talking about because he read a lot of things like I'm the charismatic, the whatever it was. I'm talking about these things. I'm not talking about the nail polish. I'm not talking about the makeup. So that was my point.
So you expect the man
but
to
in your
be
point,
able to have...
if you're coming out with your point, you're right.
So do you expect the man to have children in the relationship?
I'm not gonna answer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not they can't do that, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, they can't do that. So the thing is like you wouldn't have that expectation, right?
Yeah.
So within the relationship itself, there's going to be different standards just based on that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna based on the nature, I guess.
Yeah, just based on the nature. There's going to be different standards just based on the
Yeah.
nature. So even the idea,
even on other things.
even the
It could be
idea of
that-
expectation when it comes to the relationship standard is going to be different. Like no matter what, it's going to be
that's
different.
true. That's true. It could be that I want something from you that you don't want from me, so it's totally fine. I'm talking about me, what I want, like what I'm trying to find.
Okay, so I just want to make sure from your view, inside of the relationship, absent any sort of like physical necessities, like having children, or you're a woman, he's a man. Inside of the actual relationship, you don't want there to be anything that's unequally yoked. You'll never expect a man to work if you won't
I
work.
think that there is always like even balance. So if I put something in the relationship, it could be that you put something else. But for the basics, like the care, the importance, or like the yeah, I mean I think that there are some things that you should put the two of you in the relationship, and then there are others that could be like that. I'm funnier and you're like, I don't know, smarter, but
Yeah, I think I understand that, but I have to ask us a question. If inside the relationship you want it to be kind of like equal, that's what you're saying, right? You want it to be at least
you
somewhat
have to put,
equal.
you have to put the same effort.
Yeah, that's fair. The middle of the night. It's the middle of the night, and you're sleeping with the man of your dreams in the bed, and the window breaks, and you see on the camera that there are men breaking into the house, does he go first?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know about all this equal shit. You know, it doesn't sound all that equal to me.
I gotta move things on. I gotta move things on a little bit here. Last thing on that though, it seems like last thing because I forgot to mention this in my whole long list. A lot of women want funny guys, but they're not funny.
Oh, it could be.
Like, so there's kind of a double standard there. Like I don't hear.
You didn't meet the right girls then.
I'm not saying that.
Killer of Cereal donated $30. $30 TTS. It's roasting time, and that spitter's never looked hotter. Get 'em, ladies and gentlemen. Brian, it's tough love time. Stairs are more beneficial than the elevator. Desiree, holy fuck.
It's true. Kill of Cereal. Guys, TTS, we've lowered the TTS to 30. We're going to wrap the show up here pretty soon. If you want, get some roasts in or whatever. If you guys got to roast me so I can lose some weight. Also, can we, maybe a nice comment to Anissa here, because this is actually Madison's sister, and she's joined the team. She's done a great job tonight helping out with the show. Can we get some Anissa's in the chat? Am I saying the name right?
Yeah.
Or am I butchering it?
You're good.
Okay, I'm getting it right. Guys, let's get some W's in the chat for our new team member. Her first stream as part of the team. She did a great job today. Killed it. She killed it. And, yeah, W's in the chat for her.
Big Sass Energy donated $30. Mamma mia, hook it up with this Italian lady. I need someone to make me braciole, pappardelle, and some sfogli tell I'm Sicilian. So I'm a dirty Italian, but I think she could be amore mio.
I don't know what any of that shit is. I just know lasagna. That's about it.
I'm going to change the TTS voice to the Italian,
Thanks,
the
Andrew.
Italian
Now we're
guy.
starting even more.
Mommy Jim underscore you donated $30. When Daddy Andrew goes after Brixton's fat, sweaty fun bags, his mommy milkers squirt like this. And come back like TCH, 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 TCH,
Followers? What are they called?
TCH, 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 TCH,
Your cult is very interesting, Brian.
TCH.
Yeah.
Does anybody
Oh,
ever subscribe
wait.
to your OnlyFans?
No, it's like a troll page.
But
There's
does
nothing
anybody
there.
actually like fall for it and think there's something there? Because I've been
I don't
tempted to subscribe because I was just curious if you had anything.
We just
there.
have it. It's just onlyfans.com.
There's like no pictures. There's just nothing there.
Wait, you got to wait for this part. Oh, actually, go ahead. You just getting with some water? Okay.
Is your merch for sale in there? Do you have
Wait,
like an Amazon wish
we're
list?
gonna pull up, guys. We're gonna pull up the Desiree photo or whatever, like the sketch,
The soulmate photo.
the soulmate photo, guys.
I
it's
got
kinda-
this soulmate photo sketch
You
from
saw
a
it?
freaking
Yeah.
psychic. It was embarrassing. It was before, like a couple
All
weeks
right.
before I actually came here for the first time. Weird.
Bruh. That's crazy, dude. That's kind of
And
like.
and then I came on here and made some
That's
sort of
literally
weird
Brian.
baby
Is that
girl
not me,
slave
dude?
trauma bond with him. I
That's
don't know what the
you.
fuck.
That's me,
That's
dude.
scary.
That's weird.
That's
And I'm just thinking, okay, maybe
That's
it's just like a
crazy.
business partnership thing. Maybe it's not necessarily
Friend
meaning it's
soulmate.
like a romantic thing. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't believe in this sort of thing.
I got a
until-
soulmate sketch actually from a psychic, and it was a brunette, dark-eyed, black woman. So it definitely couldn't be you
Okay.
because she was black and had dark hair and black eyes. But I don't really.
And also was black, right?
And also was actually black, not fake black. Like
I'm
you.
I'm
Deserto i donate
I'm
di
an
$30
albino.
e un centesimo. Also, please never bring Desiree back. Ruins it every time.
Oh, I'm gonna trigger the.
Was that in Italian? What was that?
Here, I'm gonna replay this one.
Business Energy donated $30.
Is this in Italian?
Keep up with this Italian lady. I need someone to make me bracelet per padelle and some sfogliatelle in Sicilian. So I'm a dirty Italian, but I think she could be amore mio.
Now that's
Can I get some pasta?
That's Giorgio. We're gonna change it to Adriano. It's now Adriano. If anybody wants to send something in Italian. Let's see. What other thing do I have to go over? I think I need to go over while I was tilted tonight. Kind of. I think it's worth mentioning. Yeah. I'll probably get interrupted. So those of you in the chat, do you guys know who Josie is? I'm just going to bring it up just because, yeah, man, they kind of fuck shit up.
Vector donated $30. This beauty comes out when she is mild-mannered. However, when she starts objectifying herself, I can see Gorlock the Destroyer within. That gives me the
I love that girl. My
I want
son
to hear the
actually.
story. I want to hear the story.
My son knows about this show because of Gorlock, and he thought I was cool because he showed me Gorlock, and I was like, son, that's the podcast that I go on. And he was like, he had this moment of horror on his face that he was like, oh shit, my mother is a big deal. I think he just thought I was like, I don't know, just frolicking around at the mall or something when I was like, I'm going to this podcast.
Yeah. So, Chad, you guys know this girl, Josie. You guys know Josie. Really didn't want to have to talk about this. But so she's been on the show twice. I think she was last on over a year ago. And she's been asking and asking and asking. She's active in the Discord, asking to come back on the show. And I told her, you can come back on if you bring a girl with you who would be good on the show. And she finds a girl, but apparently this girl was not responding to her, but she does not let me know this until like 1 p.m. today, and our meet time was 4 p.m. So actually, Desiree, you're not scheduled to be on the show, but because of Josie, I was kind of...
You're desperate.
Don't say that. I was like trying to find replacements, right? Because the deal with Josie was you can come back on the show if you bring another girl with you. This girl no-shows...
Was that Tarzana girl? Was I
No,
gonna pick her up?
it was a different girl. So this other girl, she just is no-showing, flaking, whatever. It happens. In addition to this, I don't know, she's having issues with her ride, so she says, I'm going to be late. She says she's going to be 30 minutes late. My understanding, I could be wrong, this is not the most important piece of information with the story, is I think she ends up being an hour late. So she begging, I don't want to...
When was this? This was.
She's asked me half a dozen times if she could come back on the show. I finally said, okay, you bring a girl with you, you can come back on the show. And then I believe she ended up being an hour late, right?
When was this?
Today.
So she was here?
But I told her, I was like, you're going to be late and you're not bringing the girl who you said you were going to bring. So I told her, I was like, just don't come. She shows up anyways, even though I tell her not to. She brings a male with her, and then they start essentially doxing the studio.
What does that mean?
Oh my God.
Doxing.
So she's like taking photos and videos. Just nobody say what. No. Hold on. Don't say anything. So she doxes the studio. Even though it's her fault, she didn't get a spot on the show because she was an hour late. She said she was going to be 30 minutes late. I told her to just not come.
Yeah.
She promised to bring another girl with her. That didn't work.
That's like trolling, right? That's like false pretense or whatever.
And so they're fucking posting videos, fucking IRL streaming outside of our fucking studio. I don't know how fucking brain dead you have to be to like not realize we keep the shit private. And so she's fucking doxing us essentially. So.
Is that what you're freaking out earlier?
Yeah, that's why I was freaking out.
okay.
Like, she's
We were
fucking
wondering.
doing all this extra shit. I told her to not show up to the fucking studio. She doesn't show up with the dude. She shows up she doesn't show up with the girl. She shows up with the dude. She's an hour late. She starts fucking doing content outside the fucking studio. And it's like, how is this? And I told her not to fucking come. Stay in your fucking wherever you're from in LA. It's so fucking ridiculous that I'm dealing with this shit. So I don't know. Anyways.
We feel for you, Brian. That does suck.
Bro, and she should know better.
Suck.
She should fucking know better.
I was not
And it's
aware of
rude.
any of this.
It's rude.
Yep.
It's very rude.
And
Brian goes through a lot for this platform. That's why I have respect for you. Because it's crazy. I can't imagine dealing with all these
like
girls.
actually
I couldn't handle
toaster
beauty
brain,
school. I could not handle
literally
beauty school
toaster
because it
brain
was like
level
100
fucking
18-year-old girls. I was
like if she's a supporter of the show, fucking listen to me. Stay your ass at fucking home. Don't drive over and cause more. It's already a fucking like issue doing the show as is without added extra drama, and she shows up essentially disinvited, uninvited.
And now you're never going to have her on again, right? If she could have,
No, and
she
she's
could have
fucking-
rescheduled. She could have rescheduled and peacefully come on another time with another girl.
Actually fucking, there's stuff that gets me frustrated, but like I'm already get tilted enough as it is, just doing the show, trying to like have the conversations, and like for her to fucking show up, it's the most, oh my God, dude. No, I have no fucking words. As somebody who does content, how are you gonna fucking show up to where somebody is and fucking live stream your shit right outside and say that, oh, we're 100 feet away? Fucking toaster brain, dumb fucking shit,
Where
man.
is she showing the?
So fucking dumb. She's out of the.
Is she showing it on her
Anyways,
platform, or what is she showing?
I didn't want to fucking say anything, but it's like, god damn, bro. Like actually doxing our shit, man. So sorry.
I thought it was a good show. I think we did good. So I think
I
you'll
guess.
be okay. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
Anyways, I'll let the chats come through, but.
Leper King Groiper donated $29.99. Your worldview is treat others how they want to be treated but won't date short guys. Do you think they want to be dated, or is your arbiter fluid running so low you can't be honest? To Italian. Scott donated $30. If Desiree's body count is 8 to 10, I nailed Megan Fox in her prime.
Oh my God, I think that's my first boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. That's cute. He was the
Desiree,
best
your
one.
pronouns are what, the, and fuck.
Pronouns. That's like what the. What's the pronoun thing? Oh, I'm like a she, her.
Big Sass Energy donated $30. Can we set a new minimum to silence Desiree when she is on? 100 is a bit too much. It should be 20 max.
Wait, what?
They don't want to pay so much to have my mic shut
The Desiree, your pronouns are what, the, and fuck. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Tamara, the Dutch. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm not sure what that. The pronoun thing, though, it's like I'm a woman, so I'm her or she. I don't know
Got
what
a
the
bunch more coming through.
categories are.
Sorry, guys. We're bunch more coming through. 1 sec.
Telm, we donated $30. Body count matters because the higher your bodies is, you will be consciously or unconsciously comparing your partner to your body's best qualities, which make an impossible standard for anyone to uphold. Killer of Cereal donated $30. Anissa, W for holding it down. Desiree, you need not wear anything but a toilet seat around your neck for Halloween. Don't take it to heart when the children take the last piece of candy. Run, Brian. Daria donated $30. W. Brixon, W. Andrew. What a great show, yet again. No surprise there. Anyway, is anybody
love
up
the
for
bow
watching the bow video? Also, to the panel, would you bow for your man?
Do the bow video. It's
Josh donated $30. No, Desiree, your son didn't realize you were a big deal. He realized his mother was an insane narcissistic strumpet who lacks all reason and accountability. Let's face it, he's known for some time toe. Mommy Jim _ you donated $30. Crapiola. Brixton's fat sweaty mommy milkers malfunction. They should have squirted like this and come back like TSH.
You know, I have a video on my OnlyFans of me squirting milk.
TSH. Lol Paladins donated $30.
Thank you, man.
Don't worry, Brian, I've had a few failed threesomes before too. It's often not worth it anyway. Never count on a girl to bring another girl.
Word.
Giovanni JD donated $30. Brian gets desperate when a chick bails and DMs Desiree to come instead. How
today,
long
man.
until that same thought process occurs after a couple shots at 3 a.m. and his date didn't come home with
He
him?
did not solicit me.
Old
I
man Marine
solicited him.
donated $30. Anissa, eyebrows are 10/10. Sorry, Morgan. Diarrhea girl, your logic is flawed and life starts and conception, you're being brainwashed. Jade, be more modest and your dating outcomes might change. Legendary Ego donated $29.99. Desiree, did your son see when you said that if he and his sister put out the bad energy that you said Andrew and Brian did, you'd want them off the planet, and when pressed, you say dead? Did he? Killer of Cereal donated $30. Brian, I love you, man, but I can hear your fat underbelly button area growing from here.
It's true,
You
bro.
should do more IRLs to increase your step
right.
count. Do something quick. It's a bit defining.
Yeah. It's
You did
true.
ask for it.
It is
You did
true.
ask for it.
Lucy. What?
Lucy.
You have that girl
I'm
from
gonna
Fallout?
see her.
Says I look like
Dummy Thick donated
Wait, you're gonna see her tomorrow?
$69.
Yeah.
Hey,
No, they
Desi,
said
how
she
much to
doesn't
see
like
those mommy milkers? Trying to see that body oddy oddy.
$10.
Wait, hold on.
My subscription
Hold on, I gotta
price
pause
is
this
$10.
really
That's a
quick.
good deal.
Wait, so
You
so
can see milk
Lucy
spurting.
Nah, she doesn't not like you.
They said the girl from Fallout is on your
oh.
show. People say I look like her.
Oh, kind of.
Oh.
A little bit ish. Wait, you're seeing Lucy tomorrow?
Yeah.
Doesn't she have COVID?
Right. I'll be wearing a mask and a full hazmat suit.
So at Saturday 1:40 p.m., she was scheduled to be on with you again today. Hey, I'm sorry, but just found out I have COVID and don't think I can make it.
I didn't know she actually said that.
This is what I deal with every show, guys.
I don't know how you freaking do this, Brian.
Every show. Oh, here's the three.
I have like 2 girlfriends because I can't handle this shit.
Here's the three. I'm sick. Bullshit. They're not sick.
Oh,
Two,
I thought you said you were. I thought you meant
no.
you were sick.
2, vague. They never give details. Vague family emergency. By the way, is Andrew back or?
Do they have kids? Does she have kids?
Oh, not yet. Okay. Or my car broke down.
That's all the excuses?
Bruh.
Well, I think they get scared, Brian. I think it's
She's
kind of
already
like
been on the show.
Well, I
why
mean,
did she? I mean,
the
why would
second
you
time I
agree?
came on, I was
Why
having
would
a
you
nervous
agree?
breakdown the day
Lucy's a
before.
big L.
That is not true. I'm gonna defend Lucy to my
Sometimes
Bro,
there's extra
she lied.
emotions that
She
come
lied
up
about
last
being
minute, I
sick
think.
and flaked a day before the show.
Oh, she was trying to not hurt your feelings, I guess.
I'd rather somebody just say, "Fuck you, I don't like your show, I'm not coming," than just
You
lie.
like honesty.
I
Think of it
prefer
as
honesty.
that, then.
Huh?
Think of it as that then.
Think of it as that then. Then why did she? Okay, whatever. Why did she agree to?
Brian's a
probably
pretty
for
safe
me.
guy to be honest with. That's why I like you, Brian.
Okay.
To be honest. He'll just tell you, no, I hate you, or I like you. Hey, it's a good quality.
Yes.
Because you never have to
so-
wonder where you stand.
What's that song from Eminem? Oh my god, I feel like bro,
I'm
I
Slim
just get
Shady.
so red pilled, black pilled, fucking doing this shit. Just like how unreliable people are, and they just lie about
You
it.
get jaded. Do you feel like your criticisms of women has anything to do with what you've experienced from women on this show, or is it just from your personal dating life?
What do you? I'm not sure what that even means.
Like, do you feel like perhaps stressful or negative or toxic experiences from this show? Like, are you gathering your data about women from that and your dating life, or just purely your personal dating life with women? You know what I'm saying? Because Like
get
as an
from
influencer,
both.
I would think that it would be hard to delineate the two, right? It would kind of start blending together.
What do you mean, like what the stuff
well, you
I
deal
hear
with
on
so
here?
many women at work.
Mm-hmm.
Is it hard for you to, for example, if there was a woman out in the world that you liked or you had interest in, does your experience at work affect your judgment of that woman? Like, are you coming into it kind of with work trauma almost? I don't know how to put it, but biases, I guess what I'm saying? Because you deal with kind of so many taboo, like,
Maybe a
toxic
little bit.
women?
Maybe a little bit, but I feel like I was pretty, from my own dating experiences, I was pretty
Did you date
aware.
a lot?
Yeah, I've dated a lot.
Like, younger years all the way up until now? Or was there like a certain season that you dated?
Throughout my whole life.
You dated a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to let the rest come through, though.
Big Sass Energy donated $30. Apologies, if 500 is the standard to mute a mic, it should be reduced greatly for Desiree. Let's set it at 20. Think of the revenue. You could have her on every episode and make $20 every 10 minutes.
That is true. That
Old
is-
Man
that is a-
Marie
But
donated
$1,000
$30.
is still more than that, right?
Anissa,
We made like
10 out 10. 10 tenths sounds weak.
Well, guys, I have to go.
Oh, we're about to finish. Can you just
Okay.
wait like 5 minutes? We're going to I promise we'll wrap in like 5 minutes. Let's see.
Josh donated $30. You know as much shit as I give you, Desiree. I'll at least admit you're a good sport. You're a horrible person, but at least a good sport. Alpha Lucy and Alpha Viv for making excuses. Stay dumb, Gingy.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Mommy Jim _ you donated $30. Desiree, how much
Bruh.
would pay to like the cheese from under
crazy.
Brixton's fat canopy?
Is Andrew
The
back?
trans girl, good for you. Even though that re-injection of Estra made your brain go, standard women overestimating value. GMD Jim donated $30.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Men don't want a high body count women, like they don't want a plummeting stock. It is just a bad investment in their future. Women, keep your investment valuable and legs closed.
Yo, Jim, thank you for the message, man. Really appreciate it. I actually do kind of want to give a little props to Desiree. She's a good sport, and she wasn't as bad. Still bad.
No.
Still bad.
No.
She was
No.
not. No, she was not as
I'm
bad.
trying to evolve. I'm trying to
She
have
was
more
not as
manners.
bad. She still interrupted a fuck ton and was kind of annoying, whatever.
I'm
but
sorry.
it was better than last time. You did better than last time. I'll give you that. I'll give you that
A
much
little
credit.
baby steps.
Is
baby
her
steps.
standard now that she just didn't happen to fucking
I mean,
drop her pants to try to
I
show you
wasn't
her?
raised
Is that
right,
her new
so-
standard
That-
for the conduct on whatever?
that
Yeah,
is
fuck
the
that.
new- that's
you
the new
suck,
standard.
Desiree. You've always sucked. You're
Uh-oh.
the worst.
Oh,
Can't even
boy.
believe you're on the show.
Oh, boy.
Everybody here deserves to
kinda
be
suck,
here
wait.
except you.
Wait, how do I do it?
Damn, brutal.
That's kind of suck.
Okay,
I can't even do it. I'm
that's-
trying to do the innuendo, but I
All right, guys. If you want, get your last call on the roast TTS. Last call, guys. I'm gonna write last call. Last call, guys. Streamlabs.com/whatever. Streamlabs.com/whatever. If you want to get your last thing in. Austin, can you pull up Twitch, please? All right, guys. Go to twitch.tv/whatever. Drop us a follow and a Prime sub if you have one. Guys, it's a quick, free, easy way to support the show every single month. Every single month, guys, you can drop us a follow. Well, you can only one time drop us a follow, but every month you can drop us a Prime sub. I'm going to do a redirect to Andrew. We're going to do a Twitch raid. Guys, drop us a follow on the Prime sub. Classic World of Warcraft. Thank you for the Prime, man. 1 minute ago. Slaying bodies. Thank you for the Prime,
Big
man.
Sass Energy donated $30.
How do I do
An
this?
8-hour show at $20 mutes for 10 minutes is $1,000 a show. Desiree can literally print money and she could never talk.
So she's just on the show every time,
Just look
but she
pretty.
just never
I
talks.
just look pretty.
That's actually kind of
Can
evil
I
genius.
like sit in the middle of the table some of the time?
I mean, it might
I feel like
break
I
or
need to be
something,
able
I
to
don't know.
rotate around
Table might break.
my back.
Could not.
Are you
handle it.
calling me fat now?
No,
I am a size 6, okay?
it could break.
I am
Don't be a
trying to
simp. She was-
support the healthy weight
Oh,
of
she was
American
bad.
women.
Not as bad as the previous panel appearance. So, thank you, man. Thank you,
David
Zach.
Tuzechiak donated $30. Saw Brian and Desiree go to the bathroom at the same time.
You have to
New
subscribe
video.
to see.
Desiree legally change your last name to Atlas already. Welcome, Mad Sister.
I write it in my diary. Desiree Atlas, Desiree Atlas, Desiree. You know, I'm trying to manifest it with my soulmate sketch. That
Actually, I do.
Whatever the fuck, psychic though.
You know what? I do want to. I do also. Desiree.
What's the astrology? I don't.
Desiree brought like goodies.
I did. I brought this.
She brought like stuff in the bathroom, like toiletries.
I brought, like, you know how you go to a nice club or something and they have a bathroom attendant with stuff.
Tuna.
Well, I just had it left over. The kids didn't like
boxed tuna.
The kids didn't like it. I thought somebody might like it.
Fucking box?
I thought somebody might want
tuna,
it.
Bro. Just pass
I was supposed to buy the chicken salad kits for my daughter, and I accidentally bought tuna, and so nobody's eating it. And I just thought I would share.
So look, this is what she brought.
I mean, those were like in the earthquake packs when we were kids. Remember, guys?
That's crazy.
Come on, it's
This is what she
nostalgia. We're in the Fallout
Fucking nobody
realm right
ate
now.
tuna packs, Desiree. Nobody ate fucking tuna packs when we were kids. Nobody
did.
fucking ate that shit ever.
Listen, I have sensitive
I've
blood
never even
sugar. I
seen
eat
it.
a lot
They ate
of
fucking
protein.
snack packs and bologna sandwiches, Desiree. They didn't eat fucking tuna
I have
in
insulin
a
resistance.
box.
I had
It
to
never
always eat
happened.
meat. I have to eat a lot of
Oh,
meat.
it's wait, hold on.
I really do. My friends know this about me. I'm kind of.
Oh, it's in a can.
I'm very
Okay.
sensitive
I was
to
like,
carbs.
what the fuck?
I have insulin
All right,
resistance.
here. Do you want that?
That's true.
Enjoy the tuna in a can. And
She says, "You and your manosphere dudes are gonna starve on day one. I hate to say it." And I said, "Not when we take all your food." Now when we take all your food, we're not gonna starve. What are you talking about? How are we gonna starve when we have all your food, right? Like, what do you mean starve? Why would we starve? That's crazy. Right? Your pantry is now mine. This fucking stupid fucking tarts, dude. Why did people allow me to have an X? I don't know. I don't know why they let me play with these things. I don't know why they let me have one, but they let me have one. Okay, they did. I didn't do shit. They let me have this, okay? Okay, next super ultra simp 12,000. Okay. There's just so much. There's so much simping. Okay. It's pretty unbelievable. I'm just imagining you going rabble, rabble, rabble while reading these. Oh, man. I haven't stopped laughing for 2 days, dude. I haven't stopped laughing for 2 days. So next ultra simp. He says, "This tweet does one good thing well. I think femininity is a unique gift from God and that it has order and purpose inherent from that of men. I get called some names for that opinion, but for those wondering, this is what actual misogyny looks like." Because I said that I wouldn't have women in my apocalypse group, okay? This is what actual misogyny looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Actual misogyny looks like this. Now, I had to retort, okay? So I just said, ha, 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 best day ever. Way too much fun, okay? Way too much fucking fun at the expense of these people, okay? Andrew says, this one chick, "You basically said your Christianity goes out the window and you turn into a feral dog. It's not the win you think it is." Watching this on my phone, on whatever, on the TV, world's best combo. It's pretty funny, dude. It's pretty funny. Okay. I'm just getting through some of the bangers right now, right? We haven't even got to all of it. It just keeps progressively getting worse, okay? This next chick, you can't see the post, right? Because she blocked me. But she was like, are you okay with your wife, are you okay with your wife getting smacked by men? I don't know where that came from either, right? But she chimes in with that, and I was like, well, you know, she shouldn't have burnt the roast, right? She wouldn't get smacked up all the time. She wouldn't burn the fucking roast. Which is reasonable. Totally reasonable, by the way. Okay? Totally reasonable. Next chick. This one's a real fucking doozy. Next femoid. You're deranged. Afflicted with such self-loathing, it's bizarre. Women are more resourceful, cooperative, have higher body fat content, much better immune system, infinitely better at multitasking, less impulsive, live longer. We even see color variations better, read a book, right? Women are designed for the apocalypse. Laughter's good for the soulmate. Good thing. There's plenty of idiots to supply it. Much love from my imaginary country of Australia. God bless you and your family. Love that I found you. Love that you're here, bro. Mr. Wilson, please report the burnout bus. We'd like to discuss the incident by the acid fields. Thank you. So, not kidding. This is what this crazy bitch said. So I responded with, I read a book once called How to Ignore Objective Reality. Don't remember the author's name. It sounded Indian, Radfem Ludicitis or something. It's unreal, these people. Unbelievable. Okay, so the next one. This one's going viral currently. It hasn't got there yet, but it will, right? It just started because it's only from a couple hours ago. But she says... What are your amazing survival skills that women don't have? And I said, I'm glad you asked. First, being silent is the key to hunting. Animals have incredible hearing. This, in turn, caused many other people to chime in with LOL and ha 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 and you dumb broad, like, you know, Pearl Davis here and others. My wife and I laughed at these dumbasses all day. It's just Thank you. Feminists are the gift that keep on giving. Like, without feminists, life wouldn't even be worth living, to be honest with you. Feminists, you are my purpose. You give my life purpose. Feminists and simps give my life meaning. I find meaning in God and in feminism. That's where I find my life's meaning. In all 11 seasons of the History Channel alone survival show, a woman has only won once. Yes, but that was enough. Okay, that was enough. Don't tell them that, please. I tell them that all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? My life would be meaningless without feminism. You didn't know that? Now, next chick. This one was a real a doozy too, right? She says, yeah, you can butt fuck each other in peace while I can vegetables in peace away from you, right? It's like... I'm very confused why women think the word survival means gay anal sex. I don't actually understand that. I don't really understand that, but okay. Fair enough, lady. So then we get to the next simp. Super Ultra Simp 5000. And he, of course, comes in with his burn, right? You're an overweight chain smoker who spends the majority of your time indoors and argues on the internet for a living. There are most certainly women who live on farms, practice survivalism, and who are actually physically fit, who will outlive you in this scenario. Fucking crazy, these people. Crazy, right? And I said, well, of course there are. I totally agree. I hope you get grouped up with them. As for me, no. It's my apocalypse, and you can do what you want with your apocalypse, right? You can do what you want with yours. I'll do what I want with my apocalypse. You do what you want with your apocalypse, stupid. I got into it with some of them on your post, and they mass reported me. Yeah, I had to take some of them down because they were mass reporting them. So then we get to this chick. They just can't help themselves, right? They can't. They can't help themselves. You don't know anything about real women or their capacity to survive. Viking women were formidable figures in their society. They managed farms and handled finance and even participated in voyages and trade. Their influence extended beyond domestic spheres they could inherit. Property, initiate divorce, renowned for their resilience and strength, Viking women exemplified independence, shaping the culture and legacy of their people. Unfortunately, I had to rain on her parade just a little bit with a fact check. I had to rein in with a little bit of an actually, here's what it actually says. Women in Viking society were primarily responsible for household duties, housekeeping, cooking, and caring for the children and elderly. Who's stunned? Women in Viking society were primarily responsible, quote, for household duties, housekeeping, cooking, and caring for the children and elderly. You think I'm wrong? Just Google it. It'll be the first thing that pulls up. First thing. By the way, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Very kind of you. Okay? Right? Fact checked. Sorry. As it turns out, women in Viking societies did the exact same shit women do in modern society. A whole lot of fucking nothing. Okay? That's what they did, the exact same shit then that they do right now. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. But what about Lagatha? What about my Lagatha? What about Lagatha from Vikings? What about Lagatha? This is a fictitious character that's completely made up in order to pander to a female audience. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Let me give you some more myths. There was no such thing as shield maidens. Totally fucking made up. No such thing as a shield maiden. Nothing. No such thing. No such thing. How could it be possible? Let's find out. Well, let's see. Much of the study of shield maidens focuses on them as a literary phenomenon. They didn't exist. Made up. Guys, I'm sorry about your shield maidens, but they're made the fuck up. Now, listen, far be it for me, as I think in my head, logically, if I were in an island nation and I needed to raid other small nations for supplies, and I had to take a multiple months long voyage across the sea to get there, would I bring women with me who could get pregnant on the boat, have periods, all of this stuff, and then jump out of a boat with them to fight in brutal hand-to-hand combat with an enemy while I was raiding? Now, you may think to yourself, well, I would do that. But as for me, my logical brain instantly went, yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right. Ain't no way these broads were getting on boats, sailing for months across the ocean in order to engage in hand-to-hand combat with armored foes. if you have more bullshit that you would like to sell me, I'm sorry, I'm just not buying any more. Oh, sorry. Well,
Oh shoot, sorry.
it's okay. It's okay.
Cut him off. Sorry about that, guy. Unmute, Geo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hello. Hello, Andrew.
Hi.
My main criticism of the show is the content itself. It's repetitive, low-form content that relies upon idiotic OnlyFans horse to clip farm, and largely you have abused it to grow your own channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily saying Brian should stop doing this type of
Oh,
content.
hang on. Before you get through the rest, let's just do one criticism at a time. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with the first one. Almost none of the women who go on whatever are OnlyFans girls. Very low percentage of them.
I mean, a low percentage, but what percentage of them are these types that post bikini pics on top of like Instagram?
Well, I mean, that's basically every woman on planet Earth now. So.
Well, every single one on planet Earth. I don't think a majority of people have access.
I didn't say that. It says basically. It's basically well, okay. So he's not bringing people in from all over the world. He's bringing them in from the United States, and I would say that the chance of you finding women in the United States who are even mildly attractive don't have bikini pics is. I think that's a very, very tiny minority.
Well, that's not what I said. I said that they're posting suggestive, sexually provocative photos on Instagram.
You mean like most women?
No, actually, it's not most women.
Okay, well, how many would you say it is?
I don't think that's something that you quantify.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we just go through? Why don't you just pull up random Instagram women right now, and let's just see how many of them who are attractive have no bikini pics or sexually provocative pics. How many do you think that's going to be?
I mean, mine is skewed towards my area, and I live in a pretty conservative area, so I don't think.
No, in very conservative areas to do the same thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you asserting that doesn't make it true.
Yeah, but you asserting you made the assertion first, actually. So the assertion that you made was one that these are OnlyFans girls. Not true. It's about 30%. So it's the minority of the women who go on there.
30% is a lot.
That's hang on. Is that a minority though, or the majority?
It's an overwhelming majority of the podcast.
No, that would be an overwhelming minority of the guests who are on, right? Would be 30%. That leaves 70%, right?
Hold on.
Hang on. No. You hold on. We're going to do 1 point at a time. Okay. So that's a minority. You can try to gaslight it however you want. Say it's a lot, right? But it's still a minority of the women.
What do you mean
hang on, bro. Wait a second.
I mean, you interrupted
Stop,
me.
Bro. Let me finish, and then you can talk. I promise. Okay. You can gaslight it and say. Because you started with, this is the majority of the women are on there. It's not true. And we know because it's actually been broken down. We actually have the stats of how many women are actually from OnlyFans. And then you kind of made this great pivot of, but what about women who have bikini pics and sexually provocative pictures, of which I would say that young, attractive women, the majority of them probably have something like that. So now you can respond.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So the reason why it's significant that you say 30% is because that's an overwhelming what's it called? The exacerbation of like what the population is. Because I mean or overrepresentation, that's the word I'm looking for. It's overrepresentation of a small, minute part of women that's exacerbated with on the podcast for a specific reason to show the delusions of these said people because that they want to grow their own because they have financial contingencies upon their Instagram or their OnlyFans or their Chatterbait or whatever it be. What I was saying is that these are also the most vocal people on the podcast, so that's why it's perceived that a majority of these OnlyFans girls that go on the podcast are a majority of the podcast.
Okay, so would you make that same exact criticism towards race?
What do you mean about
Do you
race?
think that the whatever podcast needs to have the exact representation of the amount of black people who are in the United States on the podcast, or they're racist?
Wait, hold on, Andrew. I never said that the problem with the podcast is the representation of people.
Well, that is what you're saying. You're saying that. Hang on.
Let me finish.
Bro, I just let you finish. My turn for the criticism.
No, you didn't. You interrupted me in the middle of my point. I said 3 words and you interrupted me. Okay.
You didn't say 3 words. You're lying through your teeth. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, I said 5, bud. Okay, nice one. But no, the whole point is that I'm telling you that these people do not necessarily need to be. He doesn't need to change the form of content that is on the podcast, because I do recognize that it is low form content because of the type of people that are on it, and it's not intellectually rigorous. The issue is that you're engaging with it and lowering your standard of who you represent by, because you know that this content gets views and you want to grow your own channel. It's purely a monetary and like point that you have to be on that podcast.
Okay, all you have to do now is prove that that's my motivation.
Oh yeah, the last 3 months is a perfect example because I mean you shifted your content largely from debating on one-on-one to Bloodsport debates basically to directly purely like whatever podcast clips like OnlyFans horror gets wrecked.
There has been zero decrease in the amount of 1v1 Bloodsport debates I've done. Zero.
It doesn't matter about the decrease, but the overwhelming majority of your content has become. And I don't even know if that's true necessarily either.
No, it's not. But first of all, none of that's true. When you're talking about making stop, bro. Let me respond. Just let you finish. I just let you finish. Okay. So again, no, I have not decreased the amount of 1v1 Bloodsport debates that I've had. I haven't decreased any of my content. In fact, I've increased the amount of my content. So if you can see this particularly in TikTok invasions, tons of one-on-ones there, tons of 1v1s which are moderated on other platforms. I just had a huge 1v1 with Destiny, but I do them constantly, all the time. Almost anybody who wants to do one, I will do a 1v1 debate with. You saying that because I go on these other dating podcasts and will debate with the people there too, how is that a criticism? I go on all sorts of shows and debate my worldview with the various guests who are there.
No, you specifically targeted like low IQ like parts of debate to try and grow your audience space. Which I guess my critique is that.
So who are the high IQ people I'm ducking then?
Oh, okay, hold on. First of all, you contradicted yourself just earlier by
who are the high IQ people I'm ducking, bro?
I don't know. I'm not too familiar.
Yeah, right. You don't know, right? I'm not ducking anybody. You saying that I do more content than ever now?
I don't think that there's too many quote unquote high IQ people.
Well, then what is your criticism? That I just do more debates, and because there's more debates, that means the percentage of low IQ people will necessarily increase?
You're freaking out, and it's like
nobody's freaking out, dude. Your rhetoric's not going to work. Just answer the question without diverting. Stop diverting. Nobody's screaming. Stop diverting.
You are.
Dude, just saying you are doesn't mean anything. Stop diverting. I have a question. Necessarily, if I increase the amount of content I do and debates that I do, isn't the amount of people you would consider low IQ necessarily going to increase?
Re-ask the question again.
Okay, yeah. So if I increase the amount of debates I do on random platforms, which I have massively increased it, would you say that the amount necessarily of people you consider low IQ that I debate would increase?
The amount of yes, it does.
Yes, it does. So I don't know. What is your criticism here?
Well, the issue is that you're not doing any fine tuning for the type of people that you want to debate, and I think that's the issue largely. But also, I don't think that there's too many people to select from. But I do recognize that you're just trying to grow your channel largely just by debating OnlyFans horrors. It's repetitive content that I don't think is enjoyable to. I guess maybe to your fans who are largely stupid. As I think.
Do you have any fans?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, what are their names? I bet you can name them all in one hand, can't you?
I can name them. No, I can't name all of them because it's a pretty vast amount.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you? So what do you put out? So what do you put out? You put out high IQ content? Doesn't seem like you do.
No, I have a Substack.
Oh, great! You have a Substack. Wow.
Yeah, I do.
That's good stuff.
Are you interested in paying into it? Because I know nobody's paying for your content really, except your retarded members.
So then lots of people are paying for my content. So you just contradicted yourself.
No, I wouldn't consider them autonomous people. I think they're stupid idiots who are buying.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad you could just make assertions.
Hold on. I mean, you can go to your Discord and you can check. Largely, these people come from the whatever podcast. I mean, the whatever.
No, they don't. The Discord was huge before I ever went on the whatever podcast.
Wait, I didn't say huge. I said a large majority of the people that are coming into your Discord come from the whatever podcast.
No, that's not the large majority that come in. No,
it actually is. You can go check.
Prove it.
Your own admin, whatever his name, Mr. E, I think his name is. He even told me this, so I don't know what's coming from him.
That there's a big there's a big uptick, but that's not those are two different claims. Is it true that the vast majority are coming in, or is it true that there's an uptick? Which one's true?
Both are.
Okay, prove that the vast majority of the people coming into the Discord are from whatever. Prove it.
I'm not in the Discord.
You can't prove it. So you just made a claim. You can't prove it. You're lying through your fucking teeth, right?
Wait. Lying is different. Do you think I'm lying?
Yeah. If you make an assertion, absent evidence that you know is an unprovable assertion that's just designed to be defaming. Yeah, I think that you, with intention, are not telling the truth. That's correct.
The evidence is coming from your own admin, Mr. Pneumatic.
No, the evidence there is what? What is the evidence?
I just told you.
What is it? Just saying it comes from X source doesn't tell us what the evidence is.
It actually does.
What is it?
I just told you he monitors the amount of people because that dude monitors.
Yeah, it's okay. So I get it. He monitors the amount. Well, you want to answer the question. Him monitoring X amount of people.
You what question?
Okay, I'm going to ask you again. Him monitoring X amount of people who come in, and you saying that he monitors X amount of people who come in, does not actually tell us how many people are coming in from whatever podcast to my Discord. Can you tell me and show? Okay, prove it.
You record in your own server. What was the reason for you coming into this Discord? And it literally says on almost every single one, whatever podcast.
That is not proof. That is not. That's still not proof.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You saying, okay, so first of all, demonstrate.
I think you're just coping here.
Bro, you need to demonstrate. You have to demonstrate the claim. Okay. Well, literally almost everybody who goes to your Substack is a homosexual.